Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Medical Guruji. In my last video, I explained the lab sample acceptance criteria. If you missed it, you can still watch it anytime. But today we are going one step deeper because in microbiology, knowing when not to process a sample is just as important as knowing how to process it. By the way, if you are new here, I'm Sneha and today I'm going to walk you through something every lab professional must master. Let's talk about microbiology sample rejection criteria because every patient care starts with the right sample. The first type of rejection criteria is improper labeling. The samples with missed patient name, ID, date, and the test requested, or the mismatched details between the sample and requisition form can be rejected. The second criteria is wrong container used. The sterile samples that are received in non-sterile containers can be rejected. For example, the blood cultures samples that are received in routine tubes should be rejected. Right sample, wrong container always gives wrong result. The next criteria is insufficient quantity. This is important particularly in CSF, blood culture and body fluids. The samples received with insufficient quantity should be immediately reported and rejected. Less sample gives more confusion. Moving to the next criteria, leakage or damaged container. The samples received in cracked tubes is an example. The leaked sputum sample, urine sample should be rejected because it can give way to the contamination. If it leaks, it speaks, reject it. Delay in transport is another type of rejection criteria. In this criteria, the example is sputum or urine samples standing for hours at room temperature. In case of pus culture, the swabs dried out should be rejected and reported and should be asked for repeat samples. The next type of rejection criteria is improper temperature during transport. This is critical in CSF. The CSF refrigerated should not be processed and it should be rejected immediately. Right sample, wrong temperature gives no result. The next important rejection criteria is wrong sample type. Let me give you some important examples for this criteria. The saliva sample instead of sputum, vaginal swab instead of endocervical swab, and the plasma instead of whole blood. These should be rejected immediately. When it comes to the routine blood test, the clotted samples for hematology or serology, the clotted EDTA samples, clotted blood for Vidal or CRP, all comes under the rejection criteria. And that's it for today. Remember, quality isn't just about the work inside the lab. It starts the moment a sample is collected. If you follow these rejection criteria strictly, you are not avoiding errors. You are protecting patients, improving accuracy, and strengthening your lab's credibility. Thank you for your valuable time. Stay curious, stay accurate, and let the microbes teach you more every day. See you in the next video. Thank you and bye-bye.